Good morning, everyone, and welcome to live coverage of the 2019 USA South Athletic Conference Softball Tournament live here from Shuford Softball Complex in LaGrange, Georgia. I'm Drew Wilson. I'll be joined by Joseph Swanson for today's Game 2 on the schedule, which features the Huntingdon College Hawks and the Averett University Cougars. Averett, the number 5 seed out of the USA South East Division, comes into today's game having advanced here from the first round with a 2-0 series win over William Peace University, which was the number 2 seed in the East Division. Cougars went down to Raleigh and defeated Peace 4-2 and then won in 10 innings in a resumed game 6-5 in order to advance. Huntingdon, meanwhile, had to go the distance against LaGrange College in their first round best-of-3 series. Huntingdon won the first game, lost the second game, and then came back and won the third game to get here today with a 6-3 win last Saturday over LaGrange. So we will get the starting lineups here in just a second for you. For Huntingdon, they will be the home team in this game. You have Alyssa Singletary at shortstop, Rain Ellis in center field, Mackenzie Ridgway at third base, Annie Nolan's at DP batting fourth, Casey Cochran behind the plate, Caitlin Caffey at first base, Madison Perryman at second base, Hannah Vines and right field. And first pitch hit over the fence. Home run by Caitlin Ahern for the Cougars. And they take a 1-0 lead here over Huntingdon on the first pitch. And just like that, the Cougars have the lead. So Averett with a 1-0 lead after Caitlin Ahern hit that one over the fence and right center field. That'll bring up Aaron Rankin. Apologize, we're having some technical difficulties with our camera. It seems to be frozen, but I'll try to talk you through everything. Rankin up now. 1 ball, 1 strike here to the Averett center fielder. That pitch misses outside. Madison Hunt comes in with an 18-4 record in the circle. She's been solid for the Hawks, who enter today with a 30-13 record. And that one right down the middle and not swung at by Rankin. So 2-2 the count here. And the pitch, and strike 3 as Rankin swings through it on the changeup. So with 1 away, that'll bring up Hannah Thompson, the USA South Conference Rookie Pitcher of the Year. And she looks at strike 1. Averett wearing their gold jerseys today, navy pants. Huntingdon in their all-red uniforms as Thompson looks at ball 1 here from Hunt. These two teams have not faced off since 2017 as Thompson lifts this one deep to left field, but it is caught by Lydia Lewis for out number 2. So with 2 away, that'll bring up the catcher, Anna Coleman. Coleman steps up. First pitch outside for ball 1. And that one across. Evens the count at 1-1. And that one fouled back to the net. And Coleman gets a hold of this one, fouls it away off to the right side, out of play. 1-2, still the count to the Averett freshman catcher. And she swings through that on the changeup for the strikeout. So that'll do it for the Cougars here in the top of the first inning, but a leadoff home run on the first pitch by Caitlin Ahern has Averett up 1-0. We'll be back in just a moment. And welcome back. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Hopefully we have those all situated here. As we are in the bottom of the first inning. Alyssa Singletary leading things off here. She has a 3-1 count. Hits this one out to shortstop. Hannah Thompson fires over for the 6-3 putout and out number 1 here. That'll bring up Rain Ellis. So Ellis, the center fielder for Huntingdon. Batting .328 on the year. Strike 1 to Ellis. That pitch misses. Now leaving the count at 1-1. Ellis lays off the high pitch a little bit outside, so 2 balls, 1 strike. And a ball ends over on the field from our adjoining field where game 1 is being played. So time called here. 2-1 pitch, hit right up the middle and gets through. And another ball ends up on the field as well, but it will be a base hit. So Ellis aboard here for the Hawks. Just snuck that one right past the pitcher, Katie Sullivan, and both middle infielders dove over top of it, could not get a hold of it. Either way, Ellis would have been safe at that point, so kind of a moot point. But one aboard here with 1 out for Mackenzie Ridgway. Ridgway steps in. Batting .331 on the year, chops this one up the middle. Thompson flips to second base for 1, not in time for Ridgway. So will be a fielder's choice. So 2 away here for Annie Nolan. Nolan batted .301 on the year. named to the USA South All-Conference first team at large. That pitch missed high for ball one. Looked like Ellis was going to take off there, but held up. Ridgeway at first base. 2 balls, no strikes. And Nolan swings through that one for strike one. And a swing and a miss there. That'll even the count at 2-2. Ball hit out and over towards first base in foul territory. Nicole Coughlin makes the catch for the third out, so that'll do it for the Hawks here in the bottom of the first inning. Averett leads 1-0 through 1 inning. All right, and welcome back here to Shuford Softball Complex in LaGrange, Georgia. As we go to the top of the second inning, again, apologize for the technical difficulties, but I believe we've got them situated, hopefully. Averett leads Huntingdon 1-0 here. Zemiah Mangum will lead off for the Cougars. First pitch misses low for ball one. Mangum lays off the outside pitch. Just missed the corner, so 2 balls, no strikes. And Mangum lifts this one down the left field line, but will fall in foul. Mangum, the freshman for the Cougars, had a pretty solid campaign. Batted .274 with 4 home runs. Fouled that one away. 2 balls and 2 strikes here from Madison Hunt, a junior out of Crossville, Alabama. 2-2 pitch, and changeup gets Mangum for strike 3. So 1 away here for the Cougars. That'll bring up Bree Murphy, junior, in the DP slot today for the Cougars in their lineup. And Murphy fouls that one out of play to the right side. Murphy caught fire towards the end of the season, ended up batting .318 coming into today. Oh, 1 pitch misses outside. 1-1 now here to Murphy. Turned out to be a beautiful day here in LaGrange, Georgia. Rain was in the forecast for most of the week for Friday, but rained a little bit last night, but just stopped in time overnight to kind of make the fields in perfect playing condition as that pitch misses high for ball 2. So the sun is out, and it's turned out to be a beautiful day here. And it should be good the rest of the weekend. And Murphy fouls that one back to the backstop. Two and two the count. Nicole Cawthon due up next for the Cougars. And Murphy goes down swinging on the inside pitch. 4th strikeout of the day for Madison Hunt. Cawthon looks at the changeup low, but is in there for strike 1. Cawthon lifts this one out into left center field. Could be trouble, but a great diving play out there by Lydia Lewis for the 3rd out and saves a base hit. So Lewis with the web gem ends the top of the 2nd inning, but Averett still with a 1-0 lead. Huntingdon coming to the plate when we come back. And welcome back. We go to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Casey Cochran will lead things off here for Huntingdon. It'll be Cochran, Caffey, and Perryman due up for the Hawks. Katie Sullivan, the pitcher for the Cougars. First pitch in there for strike 1. That pitch in there as well, right at belt high. No balls, 2 strikes. Sullivan with a 4-2 record on the season. That pitch missed outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cochran batted .287 on the year. Had 6 doubles, but she goes down swinging here as Sullivan gets her first strikeout of the day. So with 1 away, that'll bring up Caitlin Caffey. First pitch in there for strike 1. Caffey, a sophomore out of Heflin, Alabama. Looks at a ball there high from Sullivan. Caffey batted .266 on the year, had 1 home run, 18 runs batted in. And pitch a little low from Sullivan. Makes it 2 balls and 1 strike. inside corner from Sullivan evens the count. These two teams did not face each other during the regular season because they were in separate divisions and didn't face each other at all last year. As this one popped up over towards first base, called in foul territory by Nicole Cawthon for out number 2. So that'll bring up Madison Perryman. In fact, the last time these two faced, it was actually to start the 2017 USA South Conference tournament here in LaGrange. So a little bit of deja vu as another ball from the field next door ends up on this field. If you're wondering, Averett actually won that game in the last meeting. I think it was 7-2 was the final score. Averett ended up going on to win the 2017 conference tournament that year. 2 balls, no strikes. Here to Perryman. Came in with a 305 batting average. And it clips her, so she will reach on the hit by pitch. So a 2-out base runner here for Hannah Vines. Vines, a freshman outfielder out of Pleasant Grove, Alabama. She's a lefty. Batted .333 on the year. And she stepped on the plate, so she is out. So that'll be it for Huntingdon here in the bottom of the second inning. Averett coming to the plate. It will be Bree Harris, Casey Cook, and then back to the top of the lineup with A. Heron.
And welcome back here for the top of the third inning. I'm your co-host, Joseph Swanson, bringing you today's action as the right fielder, Bree Harris, steps in for her first plate appearance of the day. Harris steps in hitting .224 on the year as she'll take that first pitch for a called strike on the outside corner. Harris has been swinging a good bat as of late. Hit really well down in the 2-game series at William Peace. Does have 11 hits on the year, as that one misses just off the outside corner here, evens the count at 1-1. Harris enters today. 6 RBIs, 1 home run, 4 doubles. Does have some pop as she fouls that one back into the screen. Hit her first career home run back early in the year at Berea. Part of back-to-back home runs for the Cougars as Harris led things off with a home run, and Cawthon stepped up after her and launched a solo shot as well. 2-1 count here. Swung through. That'll go down as the first out here at the top of the third inning. It'll bring up the second baseman, number 17, Casey Cook, for her first plate appearance of the day. Cook steps in hitting .247 on the year. Has played almost every infield position on the year except first base, has caught first pitch, called strike down the middle. Cook, 24 hits on the year, has scored 15 runs, 4 doubles and 2 triples, has driven in 10 runs. 0-1 offering, called strike 2, outside corner. Cougars lead Huntington 1-0 here in the top of the third inning with 1 out. 0-2 offering, taken high for a ball. Ahearn waits on deck. She'll be due up following Cook. Homer to lead off the game. 1-2 offering. Like a changeup low in the dirt. Evens the count here at 2-2. And that's going to be swung on, popped up out to second base. As Madison Perryman pulls that in for the second out of the inning. As that will bring the Cougars back to the top of the lineup as Caitlin Ahearn steps in for her second plate appearance. Ahearn hit .418 on the year. Homer to lead off the game, first pitch. As she'll take that low in the zone. Ahearn, 7 home runs now on the year, 20 RBIs. A Cougars home run back in the first inning did break the school record. Came into today tied at 29 on the year, now sit at 30. As she's going to hit that back up the middle, it's going to be pulled in by the shortstop, but it's going to get out of her glove. Ahearn's going to reach on a E6 fielding error here with 2 outs in the top of the third inning as the freshman Erin Rankin steps in for her second plate appearance. Rankin hitting .224 on the year. Does have 3 home runs, has driven in 18 runs on the year. Scored 22 runs with 35 hits as she swings through that first pitch for strike 1. Ahearn is a threat to run out there, 17 of 18 on stolen bases. Leads the team for the Cougars, only been thrown out once on the year. As she takes off, but that's going to be fouled out of play. Pushes the count here to 0-2. 2 outs in the top of the third inning. .02 offering here to Rankin. Swung on, fouled back out of play. Rankin hanging tough here. .02 offering. Swung on, lined out to the second baseman, Perryman, and she'll pull that in for the third out. Cougars put a runner on first base, unable to score. We head to the bottom of the third inning when we return. And welcome back for the bottom of the third inning as Lydia Lewis steps in for her first plate appearance of the day. Got the start today in left field. Lewis hitting .324 on the year. Does have 34 hits and 3 doubles. Has driven in 7 runs. Lefty batter. She'll face Sullivan, who returns for her third inning of work. First pitch, bunted on down the third baseline, fielded by Ahearn. She'll fire over, but Lewis is going to beat that out for a leadoff single. And that will return us to the top of the order as the shortstop, number 7, Alyssa Singletary, steps back in. Grounded out to shortstop, though. In the bottom of the first inning as she squares around and bunts, lays that down to third. Ahearn will fire over to second, but not going to be in time as Lewis is going to slide in ahead of the tag, or ahead of the force, excuse me. That will put runners on first and second here. As that will bring up the center fielder, Rainey Ellis. Ellis singled back in the first inning as she bunts. Popped up, going to be pulled in foul territory down the third baseline by Ahearn. It's going to bring one out here in the bottom of the third inning. As that will bring up the third baseman here, Mackenzie Ridgway. As she'll take that at the first pitch for a called strike. Ridgway reached back in the first inning via fielder's choice. Count 0-1 here. Ridgway squares around a bunt. It's going to be fielded by Thompson behind the plate. But that's going to go down as a sac bunt as it moves runners to second and third here with 2 outs. As I bring up the designated player, Annie Nolan, for her second plate appearance. Popped out in foul territory to first base back in the first inning as she fouls this one off. Oh, 0-1 count. Sullivan looking to get out of the inning here. Huntingdon has runners on second and third. 2 outs, 0-1 offering. Going to be high off the outside corner, even the count here at 1-1. Nolan does have 11 RBIs on the year, as that one's going to miss high on the inside corner to push the count here to 2-1. Two-one offering from Sullivan. That's going to be swung on, fouled back, out of play. Evens the count here at 2-2. As the 2-2 offering is going to miss low in the dirt, pushes the count to full. First base open here, with Cochran waiting on deck, as that's going to be fouled back, out of play. Count remains 3-2. As that's going to be a called strike inside corner. That will be the third out here in the bottom of the third inning as Sullivan escapes. Runners on second and third situation here to keep the score at 1-0 Averett as we head to the top of the fourth inning when we return.
Uh, And we go to the top of the fourth inning. Averett leads Huntingdon 1-0. Hannah Thompson will lead it off here for the Cougars. Thompson looks at ball one. This one hit out to shallow left field. Caught out there by Lewis for out number one. I'll bring up Anna Coleman. First pitch fouled out of play to the left side. Coleman lays off the pitch just a little bit outside. One pitch popped up, and that one will get out of play right in front of us here in the press box. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here to Averett's freshman catcher out of Yanceyville, North Carolina. And she fouls that one out of play as well to stay alive. Coleman batting .326 coming into today. Struck out on her first at bat. That hits this one down the left field line and was caught in foul territory for out number 2. Cougars keeping Huntingdon left fielder Lydia Lewis very busy today. She's made a couple plays out there, including a diving catch. So that'll bring up Zamaya Mangum. Mangum gets a hold of this one, sends it out to center field, but didn't get enough of it, and Rain Ellis is there to make the catch for the third out. So the Cougars go 1-2-3 here in the top of the fourth inning. It'll be Huntingdon coming to the plate when we return. Casey Cochran due up. And welcome back to LaGrange, Georgia, here at the USA South Conference Tournament at Shuford Softball Complex. Huntingdon trails Averett 1-0, but the Hawks are at the plate. Casey Cochran, first pitch hit out to shortstop. Caitlin Ahern fields, throws to first for out number 1. That'll bring up Caitlin Caffey. Caffey fouled out to first base back in the second inning in her first at bat of the day. So far today, the only run scored on the first pitch of the game, Caitlin Ahearn. And Caffey's going to be plunked on the elbow. And looks like we might have a sub here coming from Huntingdon. Will be a pinch runner, it looks like. Coming in for Caffey. That'll be number 17, Claire Tomberlin. So she'll take over at first base here for Madison Perryman. Perryman was also hit by a pitch in her first at bat. Perryman showing bunt, but the pitch low and inside, so she pulled it back. Ball one. Perryman, a sophomore out of Mobile, Alabama. Shows bunt again, pulls it back, pitch high from Sullivan. That pitch a little wide, so 3-0 now. Now Coleman will go out and talk to her pitcher in the circle. Pitch right down the middle for strike one, as Perryman was taken the entire way. Three-one pitch, and check, foul ball, and Perryman upset with herself. That was probably ball four. About let her high and tried to hold up her swing and just clipped a little bit of the ball. So full count now as Sullivan's worked her way back. This one hit down right down the middle, but fouled out of play to the right side. So they'll do it again. Full count. So popped up behind second base. That's going to be trouble. That's going to drop in. And will be a single. Rankin tried to get it in quickly to Hannah Thompson at second base, but the pinch runner, Tomberlin, able to get in just before the throw got there. So two aboard here with one out for Hannah Vines. Vines called out, stepping on the plate. Sacrifice bunt moves the runners over, but there will be two outs. So Lewis at the plate, singled. And her last at bat looks at ball one. Lewis singled to lead off the third inning. One-0 pitch. Misses inside. 2-0 now to Lewis. After her, it's back to the top of the order for Huntingdon. That pitch outside as well. 3 balls, no strikes. 4 straight pitches outside. And Lewis reaches on the walk to load the bases here for Alyssa Singletary. Singletary grounded out to shortstop and reached on a fielder's choice sac bunt. So a big opportunity here for the Hawks. And that one's across from Sullivan for strike 1. Line drive, and Hannah Thompson reaches up and snags it to end the inning and get the Cougars out of the jam and preserve the 1-0 lead here through 4 innings. So that'll be it for the Hawks. Cougars will come to the plate when we return. In the top of the 5th inning, it'll be Bree Murphy, Nicole Cawthon, and Bree Harris due up for Averett. And welcome back. We go to the top of the 5th inning. Averett leads Huntingdon 1-0 here in the first game of the USA South Conference Tournament here in LaGrange, Georgia. We got a pinch hitter coming up for the Cougars to lead things off. Bree Murphy was due up for Averett, but it'll be Taylor Bailey who will get in a bat. Bailey, mostly a pitcher throughout her career, but she's been swinging a hot bat over the last couple of weeks. She's had a couple of key hits for the Cougars. She'll face off against Madison Hunt. First pitch, across for strike 1 as Bailey takes that pitch. And the changeup fools Bailey. No balls, 2 strikes. That pitch a little low for ball 1. Taylor Bailey batted .375, but only had 16 at bats. Pokes that one foul down the right side. This one poked out into shallow center field. Could be trouble, but not for Rain Ellis, who makes the running catch, charging in from center field for out number 1. So with 1 away, that'll bring up Nicole Cawthon. She flew out to left field to end the 2nd inning. And a big swing and a miss there from Cawthon. Cawthon batted .297 on the year. Had 3 home runs, 14 runs batted in. Hits this one down the line in left field. And Lewis makes the catch. Looked like she was second-guessing herself a little bit out there. Took a few steps back, a few steps forward, but ends up adjusting right and makes the catch for out number 2. So that'll bring up Bree Harris. Junior hits one and just gets past the second baseman. Diving play there by Madison Perryman, but couldn't quite get a glove on it. And Bree Harris is on board here with a 2-out single. That'll bring up Casey Cook. Although it looks like we might have a sub here for the Cougars. Averett head coach Natalie Riegel. Looks like we might have a pinch runner and a pinch hitter. So Micah Patterson will take over at first base for Bree Harris, give the Cougars a little bit more speed. And instead of Casey Cook at the plate, we have Courtney Blankenship. Who will pinch hit here. Blankenship, freshman, had 5 hits on the season, including a pair of doubles and 5 runs batted in. Patterson heads down to second base, and she's going to be thrown out on a great throw by Cochran. And that'll end it here in the top of the 5th inning. And welcome back. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Averett with a 1-0 lead here over Huntingdon. And first day of the double elimination portion of the USA South Conference Tournament here in LaGrange, Georgia. Rain Ellis will lead it off for the Hawks. Shows bunt, but pulls it back. Pitched low and away. Ellis, 1 for 2 today. Had a single and a first at bat back in the first inning. I pitched low and away, misses the zone. 2-0 the count. Bunt dropped down, but foul. Ball died in the batter's box. Two balls, 1 strike. Bunt foul down the third baseline. Looked like it was going to be a line drive right to the third baseman, Caitlin Ahern, but ball tailed away off to the Huntington dugout. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ball popped up out of play. Ellis, a senior out of Pleasant Grove, Alabama. Looks at the ball there. Not a bad location from Sullivan, trying to get Ellis to maybe go after it, but Ellis lays off of it, and it'll be a full count here. That pitch bounces up there, and Ellis will draw the leadoff walk for Huntingdon. That'll bring up Mackenzie Ridgway. She's 0 for 1 with a sac bunt. Also reached on a fielder's choice back in the first inning. Cougars corner infielders playing in. She shows bunt, drops it down, but foul. Huntingdon showing pretty good job today of moving runners over when they've had a chance. And that one fouled away for strike 2. Gotten runners in scoring position a couple times today. Just haven't had that timely hit to get one in. Pitch hit out to second base. Casey Cook fields it, throws to second. They get the lead runner on the fielder's choice. So Rain Ellis is out at second base. And that'll bring up Annie Nolan. She's 0 for 2 today. Fouled out to first base and struck out looking to end the third. Strike on the inside corner from Sullivan. Oh, 1 pitch. Outside corner misses a little high. One pitch from Sullivan. Ball hit out into center field. That's going to be trouble. Drops in for a single over Hannah Thompson's head and at shortstop. And good base running there by Ridgway. She noticed it was going to be trouble and gambled, and it paid off. She ends up at third base. And now Natalie Riegel will call the whole team into the circle for a meeting. Riegel not happy that the ball fell in. Looked like a lack of communication. And Cougars in a predicament here. Runners on first and second, only 1 out. Averett nursing a 1-0 lead here. Huntingdon looking to tie it up, maybe take the lead. Casey Cochran at the plate. She's 0 for 2. Struck out and grounded out to third base. That pitch in there for strike 1. Runner not going. Pitch a little high, evens the count at 1-1. After Cochran, it'll be Caffey due up next, followed by Perryman, should they get that far. 1-1 pitch, bunt shown, popped up, caught by Anna Coleman. And they get the double play. Coleman fires down to third base, and they get Ridgway, who couldn't get back in time, and the Cougars miraculously get out of the jam. And that'll be it here for the fifth inning. Averett will take the 1-0 lead into the sixth when we come back. And welcome back. We go to the top of the sixth inning. Averett with a 1-0 lead on Huntingdon. Cougars just escaped a situation where Huntingdon had runners on first and third with one out. Got a pop-up on a bunt, double play. So Casey Cook will lead it off for the Cougars. That pitch just missed the outside corner. Hunt, great location there. This one hit out to deep left field, kind of dives out there and caught by Lewis for out number one. So with the one away, that'll bring up Ahearn, who has accounted for the lone hit today, or lone run today, had a solo home run on the first pitch of the game. Looks at ball one. With that home run, Ahearn helped the Cougars break their program record for most home runs in a season, I'm told. So that pitch in there for a strike. 1-1 the count. That one misses low and away from Hunt. It was Ahearn's seventh home run of the year, which now leads the team. She's tied with Hannah Thompson. Ahearn lays off that one. Three and one the count. This one ripped up the middle and will be a base hit for Ahearn. And she's aboard. So Ahearn's aboard here for Aaron Rankin, who is 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a line out to second base. First pitch hit into right center field. And caught there by the center fielder, Ellis, who ranged over for out number 2. So that'll bring up Hannah Thompson, who's made a couple solid plays today in the field to end some innings. And just kind of hits that one off the handle and popped it up right to the third baseman. And caught by Ridgeway for the 3rd out. So that'll be it for Averett. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th when we come back. It'll be Caffey due up, followed by Perryman and Vines for the Hawks. And welcome back. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Huntingdon trails 1-0 to Averett. Be Caitlin Caffey due up here for the Hawks. Caffey popped out to 3rd base in foul territory and also was hit by a pitch. Eventually made her way over to 3rd, but Cougars got out of it. First pitch from Sullivan misses low for ball 1. Clouds rolling in here. Kind of made a little overcast after the sun was out for most of the morning. This one hit out into right field. Bree Harris underneath it makes the catch for out number 1. That'll bring up Perryman. She's 1 for 1 today. Singled in her last at bat, was also hit by a pitch, so she's reached both times. Line drive over the head of the left side of the infield. And she's aboard with a single here. That'll bring up Hannah Vines. Bunt shown by Vines. Throw down to second base in time. And Ahern gets the lead runner. So a fielder's choice bunt there. Allows Vines to reach, but Perryman out on the 5-4 put out. So 2 outs. And that'll bring up Lydia Lewis. Pitch misses low. Just noticed a couple of defensive changes for the Cougars to start this inning. Taylor Hodges playing center field, Mallory Griffiths in left. Griffiths lays out for that one. It'll get by. They're going to try to, no, they're going to hold the runner. So it'll be a double for Lewis. Thought they might try to send Vines, but Taylor Hodges, good job backing up the play and got the ball in time. So top of the lineup, Alyssa Singletary up. 2 outs. They're going to intentionally walk, it looks like, Singletary. Set up the force play. So that'll load the bases. It's a bold strategy. But it takes away a chance for maybe a bunt or something. You can easily get the runner at home on the force out on a quick throw. Looks like we are going to have a pinch hitter for Rain Ellis. It'll be number 20, Mackenzie Smelly. Smelly Jr. out of Northport, Alabama. Batting .318 on the year. Pitch in the dirt from Sullivan for ball 1. One-0 pitch, line back to the backstop net for strike 1. Ball popped up out of play for strike 2. 1-2 the count here to Smelly. And high pitch. Smelly didn't offer, although it looked like she thought about it. Lays off of it, though. Works it back to 2-2. And that pitch just missed the corner. Good location from Sullivan. Now it's a full count. Nowhere for Smelly to go. And Sullivan gets the strikeout to end the inning. Cougars once again escaping a tough situation. That's 3 innings in a row where Huntingdon has threatened to score, and somehow the Cougars have gotten out of it. So we'll go to the 7th. Averett leads Huntingdon 1-0. And welcome back. We go to the top of the 7th inning. Averett leads Huntingdon 1-0. Anna Coleman at the plate for the Cougars. And this one hit up the middle, fielded by the shortstop, Singletary, and good dig over at first base by Caffey for out number 1. That'll bring up Mallory Griffiths, who came in as a defensive replacement last inning. Griffiths, the junior. Lays down the bunt, and she'll beat it out. Bunt single by Mallory Griffiths.
So that's a 1B, 6B, single to shortstop bunt. Brings up Bailey.
Griffiths couldn't have placed it in a better spot. And she's aboard here for Taylor Bailey, who took over the DP slot. This one lined into the gap in left center field. Griffiths on her way around. Cougars are going to send her. And an RBI double by Taylor Bailey. Makes it 2-0 in favor of the Cougars. So Griffiths comes all the way around to score on the play and give the Cougars an insurance run. So Nicole Cawthon steps in. And a big swing there from Cawthon for strike 1. Bailey out at second base in scoring position. That pitch misses, or excuse me, catches the outside corner. 0-2 the count. And Cawthon will go down swinging on the outside pitch. She chased it for the second out. That'll bring up Bree Harris. Harris is 1 for 2 today with a single. Strike 1. Harris batting .235. Pitch outside from Hunt. Hunt's pitched a great game for the Hawks. Other than the leadoff home run to start the game to Ahearn and that double, she's only given up 4 hits. Now 5 hits. That one fouled out of play. So 1-2 the count here to Harris. Pitch just missed the corner. That one fouled out of play. They'll do it again. Still 2-2 the count. 2 outs. And Harris lines that one foul. Out of play to the left side. Winner of this game advances to play at 2 p.m. today against Maryville. Two-two pitch. Misses outside to Harris. Full count now. The loser of this game will head to the loser side of the bracket and will play tomorrow at 10 a.m. Payoff pitch. This one chopped up the middle. That'll get through. Taylor Bailey trying to come home. It's going to be a close play, but she's in there for another run for Averett. RBI hit by Bree Harris. Just snuck it right up the middle. So 3-0 here, Averett over Huntingdon. Top of the 7th inning. Casey Cook, first pitch, swing and foul down the third baseline. Pitch misses low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. And Cook swings at the changeup. Hunt has really had the changeup working well today. Gotten quite a few strikeouts. That pitch just missed the corner. In fact, Hunt has 6 strikeouts so far today. She had 4 through the first 2 innings. Two balls, 2 strikes. And Cook fouls that one out of play to the right side. Two-two pitch. And that one fouled over to the left side. As Cook battling at the plate. Two-two pitch. Outside, but fouled away. Cook able to get a piece of it. And Cook pops this one over towards first base. Caught by Caffey for the 3rd out, but not before Averett adds 2 insurance runs. They lead 3-0. Huntingdon going to its last at bat, down by 3. And welcome back. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Huntingdon trails 3-0 to Averett. Last chance for the Hawks here. It'll be Ridgway, Nolan, and Cochran due up. That pitch right down the middle from Sullivan for strike one. That one a little low. Evens the count at 1-1. Ball hit out to right center field. Caught by Taylor Hodges in the gap. So one away. Cougars 2 outs away from closing it out, but Huntingdon still has some opportunities with the middle of their lineup due up. Annie Nolan at the plate. First pitch low and inside to Nolan, who has a single. She's 1 for 3 today. That pitch a little low. 2 balls, no strikes. Line drive, that'll find the gap in left center all the way to the wall. And will be a double for Nolan. So she comes through with a big hit for the Hawks just when they needed it. That'll bring up Casey Cochran. Pitch on the inside corner for strike one. And foul ball lands on the field from our next door neighbors. As time was called, luckily, though. Cougars trying to close this one out. Pitch from Sullivan. Big swing and a miss there by Cochran. Oh, and 2 the count. And line foul down the third base line. Pitch a little low. This one hit into the gap and will drop in for a base hit. That'll score 1 run, get Huntingdon on the board. Cochran will stay put with a double, but that drives in the first run. And Huntingdon finally able to bring in a run after all the chances they've had. And it looks like we might see a pitching change here for the Cougars. Looks like Danny Kahn will make her way to the circle in place of Katie Sullivan. So Cochran coming up with a big base hit. Taking a look at Kahn, sophomore out of Huntington Beach, California, making her first appearance of the day. There's this appearance. This is her 14th appearance on the year. She has a 2-3 record with a 3.54 earned run average and 31 2/3 innings. So Cougars will see if Kahn can finish this one out. Tying run at the plate. As Caitlin Caffey steps in. Team down by 2. Caffey 0 for 2 and hit by a pitch. That one just missed the zone a little high. Good eye by Caffey to lay off of it. Ball hit out to second base. Takes a tough hop, but Cook, her throw, not in time. So we'll go down as an error. So runners on the corners here for Huntington. Madison Perryman at the plate. That pitch misses high from Kahn. Ball chopped foul. Perryman has reached all 3 times today, has a pair of singles, and was hit by a pitch. So the perfect person you want up there if you're the Hawks in this situation. Pitch misses high and away. 2 balls, 1 strike. This one hit foul down the third base line. Evens the count at 2-2. Pitch outside, runs the count full. We'll chop her out to Ahearn. She'll go to second for 1. Throw in to first, not in time, but they will get the lead runner. So 2 outs now. Runner still on the corners for Hannah Vines. So time called as Averett catcher Anna Coleman will head out to the mound, or to the circle, excuse me. talk things over. Cougars will get their strategy. Only need one out. That one plunks her in the head. So that loads the bases here. And pressure on. And Lydia Lewis comes to the plate. 2 for 2 with a walk today. Has a single and a double. Pitch a little high for ball 1. This one looped over into right field. That'll score 1. Tying run coming in. And we have a tie ball game. Lydia Lewis comes through with a big hit here in the bottom of the 7th inning with 2 outs and ties it up with a single to right field. Vines makes her way all the way to third, so the winning run is a bag away. So another pitching change. Katie Sullivan will make her way back to the circle. Two outs still. Runners on first and third. Pitched a little low for ball 1 to Alyssa Singletary. She was intentionally walked in her last at bat. This one hit out into left field, and Griffiths makes the catch. So we will be going to extra innings here. Tied 3-3. And welcome back. We go to the top of the 8th, extra innings. Huntingdon with new life after scoring 3 runs in the bottom of the 7th inning, including 2 with 2 outs. Averett, however, will have the top of the lineup due up here for them in the top of the 8th, starting with Caitlin Ahearn. Ahearn lays off the first pitch from Hunt for it's ball 1. Aaron has reached base all 3 times, has a home run, reached on an error, and reached on a single. Lays off that pitch, but it's going to be a called strike on the outside corner to even it up at 1-1. Outside corner once again. Catches the black, and it's now 1-2. Aaron crushes this one to deep right field, but just got underneath it a little bit. But it's dropped at the wall. She'll run all the way to third, and she'll hold up there. Tough play.
Eric, what do you think? I think it's a triple.
And we'll go down as a triple for Ahearn. Aaron Rankin back in to hit here for the Cougars. And Rankin delivers an RBI single to left field on the first pitch. And the Cougars go back in front, 4-3. So the Cougars fighting back. And that pitch, a strike to Thompson. And that pitch missed the outside corner. Thompson hits this one into center field. And Ellis took a few steps in and realized it wasn't going to drop in, so she ranged back a few steps and made the catch for the out, for out number 1. That'll bring up Anna Coleman. Coleman looks at strike 1. Coleman 0 for 3 today. Pitch outside. 1-1 the count. Coleman fouls that one out of play. One and two now to the Averett freshman catcher. Pokes this one out to right field, and it's going to be caught by Hannah Vines for out number 2. So Mallory Griffiths at the plate. She singled with a beautiful bunt single. And her only at bat of the day after entering the game as a defensive replacement. Later came around and scored, which turned out to be a crucial and perfect bunt. But she stepped on home plate, and she will be out. That'll do it for the Cougars. But they get 1 run back and take a 4-3 lead. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Huntingdon with a chance to tie it or win it. And welcome back as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Huntingdon trails 4-3. Defensive changes for the Cougars. Mallory Griffith moves out to center field from left, and Lauren Johnston in to play defense in left field for Averett. Katie Sullivan still in the circle. So Rain Ellis at the plate. Looks at ball one. Ellis, little chopper out to third. Ahearn throw and time. That'll be a 5-3 putout for out number one. Now to bring up Mackenzie Ridgway. First pitch popped out of play. Ridgway 0 for 3 today, but has reached. She reached on a fielder's choice twice. Changeup misses high from Katie Sullivan. And that one in there for a strike. 1-2 the count here to Ridgway. Pitched, lined, and just past the glove of Casey Cook. Throw to first, not in time. So will be a 1-out single for Ridgway. That'll bring up Annie Nolan, who got things going back in the 7th. Started the comeback for Huntingdon with a 1-out double. Later came around and scored the first run for the Hawks. First pitch strike on the inside corner. Line drive, foul down the third baseline. Sullivan ahead in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Ball hit into the gap in right center field. That's going to be trouble. That'll drop in for a single. And the tying run moves over to third as Ridgway goes 2 bases. That'll bring up Casey Cochran. So Huntingdon tying run at third base. Cochran came through an RBI double last time at bat. Fouls that one down the left field line into the trees. Pitch a little low and outside. One ball, 1 strike. That one low and inside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here to the Huntingdon catcher. Just 1 for 4 today. And good fastball from Sullivan on the outside part of the plate. Evens the count at 2-2. Pitch from Sullivan. Misses outside. That'll run it full. Line drive right to Thompson. Throw to third base. Not in time. Ahern, I don't think, was on the bag. But a big out, though, for the Cougars. But still life for Huntington. Now to bring up Caitlin Caffey. Caffey 0 for 3. Has reached on a hit by pitch and an error. And strike called on the first pitch from Sullivan. And the winner of this game advances to play at 2 o'clock today against Maryville. Ball popped up. And Anna Coleman nearly able to lay out for it, but just off the tip of her glove. No balls, 2 strikes. Pitch in the dirt. Goes for ball 1. This one's going to be trouble, and that's going to tie it up. RBI single down the left field line. Outscored Ridgeway from third. So 4-4 your score. Now the winning run at second base here for Madison Perryman. Looks at ball 1. Perryman 2 for 3 today with a run scored. And Sullivan finds the outside corner. 1-1 the count. Ball popped up over in foul territory. Will it stay in play? Nope. Gets over the fence. That pitch outside. 2-2 the count. Ball popped up. Casey Cook makes the catch for the third out, but not before Huntington once again knots it up. We'll go to the 9th when we come back. Welcome back to live action of the USA South softball tournament. Here in LaGrange, Georgia, we've got a thriller going here. Top of the 9th inning. Huntingdon and Averett tied 4-4, going back and forth these last couple innings. Taylor Bailey will lead it off for the Cougars. Fouls the first pitch out of play. Bailey is flown out to center field, and she had an RBI double back in the 7th inning. It made it 3-0 Averett before Huntingdon came back. It'll be Taylor Bailey, Nicole Cawthon, and Bree Harris due up here. And the Cougars half of the 9th. That pitch misses low. 1-1 the count here to Bailey. Ball popped up into shallow left field. Could be trouble, but Lewis comes in on the run and makes the catch for out number 1. So that'll bring up Nicole Cawthon. Cawthon 0 for 3 today. A couple flyouts to left field. And strike 1 on the first pitch. Madison Hunt's pitch a little outside. Cawthon lays off the high pitch. And Cawthon will chase that one for strike 2. That one fouled away. Through 8 1/3 innings, Hunt has pitched pretty masterfully. She's given up 8 hits, but really other than the 7th inning, she's scattered them throughout. Has 6 strikeouts, no walks. And Cawthon goes down for strikeout number 7 for Hunt. That'll bring up Bree Harris, who's been swinging a hot bat these last couple innings, has a pair of singles, including an RBI single in the 7th. Time is called. Averett head coach Natalie Riegel having a conversation with her junior outfielder. Two outs on the board for Harris. Pitch a little low and outside. After Harris would be Casey Cook due up, and then the top of the lineup from there, should the inning extend. This one hit out into shallow center field. That's going to drop in for a single, and Bree Harris has her 3rd hit of the day. So Casey Cook comes to the plate. She's 0 for 3. Cook looks at strike 1 right down the middle. That one finds the outside corner. So 0-2 the count to Cook. That pitch misses well outside. Cook floats this one into shallow center field. That's going to drop in. So back-to-back two-out singles for the Cougars. And that'll bring up Caitlin Ahearn, who's a double shy of the cycle today. Has a home run, a single, and a triple. First pitch to Ahearn misses wide. And time called. And Huntingdon will discuss things. May think about maybe talking about intentionally walking Ahearn, who's been hot all day at the plate. Although Rankin, who would be due up next. Actually, no, Rankin is not in the lineup. It would be Lauren Johnston, who came in as a defensive replacement. Has a bat. So we'll see what the strategy is here for Huntingdon. One ball, no strikes. Doesn't look like they're going to intentionally walk her, so they'll pitch to her. And strike on the outside corner. Great pitch from Hunt. And Hunt's pitch a little bit outside there. Makes it 2-1. Pitch a little bit outside. 3-1 now the counts. We'll see if Huntingdon just stays away. Ball hit up into center field, and it'll be a routine fly ball for Rain Ellis for the third out. So that'll be it for the Cougars. Huntingdon with a chance to win it when we come back in the bottom of the ninth inning. We're tied 4-4. And welcome back. We go to the bottom of the ninth inning, tied 4-4 between Averett and Huntingdon here in this USA South Conference softball tournament. First game. Couple changes for the Cougars. Now pitching for Averett is the freshman Hannah Thompson, the USA South Rookie Pitcher of the Year. She moves in from shortstop. Ahern moves from third base to short, and Bree Murphy is back in to the game. She was started the game as the DP and now moves over to third base. Among the defensive changes for Averett, it'll be Hannah Vines leading things off here for Huntingdon. First pitch strike from Thompson. It'll be Vines, Lewis, then back to the top of the lineup with Singletary for the Hawks this frame. Thompson, pitch fouled off. No balls, 2 strikes. Ball popped up over towards third base in foul territory, caught by Bree Murphy for the first out. That'll bring up Lydia Lewis. Lewis 3 for 3 with a pair of runs batted in and a walk today. Batting out of the 9-hole. First pitch misses high from Thompson. Thompson finds the zone there. 1 ball, 1 strike. That pitch got away from Thompson. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here to Lewis, who's made a huge impact in this game, not only at the plate but in the outfield. Made a lot of good catches out and left. A little slap hit over to second base. Casey Cook there to make the throw in time for the 4-3 putout and out number 2. That'll bring up Alyssa Singletary. Top of the lineup for Huntingdon. Singletary 0 for 3 today. Did reach on a walk though. And first pitch strike from Thompson. She also reached on a fielder's choice back in the 3rd. That pitch from Thompson just a little bit outside. 1-1 to count. Line drive up the middle, caught by Kaylin Ahern. Line drive snag. And that'll do it for Huntingdon. We'll go to the 10th when we come back, still tied 4-4. And welcome back. We go to the top of the 10th inning. Tied 4-4 here. Averett sends Lauren Johnston to the plate, her first at bat of the day. First pitch strike on the outside corner. Johnston, not too many at bats this season, only 20. She has 3 hits and scored 3 runs. Missed a lot of the time with an injury. That pitch a little low. It'll be Johnston due up, followed by Thompson and Coleman for Averett in this inning. And changeup gets Johnston fooled. 1-2 the count. And a single in the gap by Lauren Johnston. Comes through clutch. Her 4th hit of the season. And a runner aboard here for Averett. That'll bring up Hannah Thompson, who came into pitch in the last inning. She's batting .394 on the season. Fastball misses outside. Thompson, of course, as I mentioned earlier, named the USA South Conference Rookie Pitcher of the year, but she certainly made a case for her offensive numbers as well. Had a great freshman season. Pitch from Hunt missed inside. Hunt's gotten that call a few times today. Pitch misses a little low. 3-0 the count to Thompson. Thompson lays off that pitch, but it's going to be a called strike 1. This one crushed deep to left field. It's going back, gone. 2-run home run by Hannah Thompson. And the Cougars take the lead. So make it 6-4 Averett. So with nobody away, that brings up Anna Coleman. Coleman looks at ball 1. Inside called strike 1. And Coleman pops this one up behind the plate, but Huntingdon unable to get to it. Good effort there by Cochran to get over there, but also good effort there by the third baseman, Ridgway, coming in, trying to help out. But 1-2 the count here to Coleman. Pitch misses outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. This one fouled back. Two still the count to Coleman. This one popped up out to second base and caught. Perryman makes the play. 1 out. That brings up Mallory Griffiths. Griffiths looks at a pitch outside. Big swing and miss there by the Averett Jr. And fouled off. Griffith's a slap hitter. And Huntingdon playing a huge shift on her. Second baseman's nowhere near second base. Anything to the right side would probably get through. But Griffiths goes down swinging for out number 2. So that'll bring up Bree Murphy, who is back at the plate. She only had 1 at bat earlier and struck out back in the second inning before the Cougars switched up the lineup a little bit. That pitch misses outside. Murphy, big swing there and miss. Great pitch by Hunt. Hunt with a 1-1 pitch. Ball popped up. Could be trouble. And that's going to drop in. Bree Murphy on base with a 2-out single. And the inning keeps going for the Cougars. That'll bring up Nicole Cawthon. Cawthon 0 for 4. And looks at strike 1 from Hunt. Ball hit out to deep center field. Could be trouble. And it's going to be caught. A great play by Rain Ellis. Caught the ball and fell over the fence. What a catch to save a home run. But Averett gets the 2-run home run by Thompson earlier in the inning. And they lead 6-4. Huntingdon will have a chance to do something in the bottom of the 10th when we come back. And welcome back. We go to the bottom of the 10th inning. Averett with a 6-4 advantage on Huntingdon. And Rain Ellis, who just robbed a 2-run home run, is at the plate, fouls the first pitch off. Bunt laid down. Thompson throw over to first base for Casey Cook, who was covering in time. And a 1-4 put out is the first out here in the bottom of the 10th. That'll bring up Mackenzie Ridgway. She had a 1-out single and scored the tying run to keep it going back in the 8th inning. First pitch a strike from Thompson. Pitch a little high from Thompson. 1 ball, 1 strike. Line drive, foul down the right field line. This game going on 2.5 hours. It's been a marathon, but it's been a thriller. First 6-7 innings flew by really quickly, but these two teams have been battling out back and forth over the last 4 innings. Changeup just missed belt high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. As Ridgway, good job laying off that one. And strike 3 called on the outside corner. As Ridgway goes down looking. So it's up to Annie Nolan here. Nolan has been clutch in her last 3 at-bats. Single, double, single. And she's also scored a run. Ball popped up out of play. And the changeup drops in for strike 2. Huntingdon once again down to their last strike. They were able to come through last time. Can Nolan do it here? And Thompson's pitch misses well outside. And check swing, she went around, and that'll do it. Averett picks up a 6-4 victory over Huntingdon. And the Cougars advance in the winner's bracket to play Maryville College at 2 p.m. today. Meanwhile, Huntingdon will go to the loser's side of the bracket in this double elimination tournament, and they will play tomorrow, that's Saturday, at 10 a.m. right here at the Shuford Softball Complex. For everybody here in the press box, thanks for tuning in to Game 2 of the USA South Softball Tournament. And as always, be sure to follow all the latest news from the USA South Conference at usasouth.net and follow us on social media at Averett _ at USA South _ on Twitter and Instagram.